Ramps, or wild leeks, bloom in spring, between the last frost and when the trees start to grow their leaves. They grow up to 6 to 8 inches tall and usually consist of 2 to 3 leaves. Normally, they will be the first plant to grow in your local forest, if you are located in North America. Ramps grow in clusters. They have an onion garlicky smell and have broad leaves. They're pretty hard to miss. Some ramps may have a red color to the stem, however these were green. While I was out foraging, I found some garlic mustard and decided to harvest some as well. This invasive plant grows throughout the entire forest. Currently, the plant is small and low to the ground. However, in a couple months they can grow well over 3 feet high. As you can see, at this point in the plant's life, it's just a cluster. It is attached to a single stem, which will continue to grow throughout the spring and early summertime. Now that we have our harvest, it's time to prepare it. I much prefer to let these plants soak in cold water, moving them around gently, and you will see the dirt just fall right off. And don't forget to pull the leaves apart, to look inside to make sure there's no bugs or dirt left behind. Once you remove them, you will see all the dirt that sank to the bottom of the bowl. Ramps have 3 major sections: the bulb, the stem, and the leaf. However, I did not harvest any of the bulbs because there wasn't a lot of ramps in the area and I didn't want to disturb their growth. For this recipe, you'll need to boil some water and cook some spaghetti noodles. Line the ramps up and cut away the stem from the leaf. Once you have your stems, cut them up very fine. Now give the leaves a nice rough cut. The garlic mustard can use just a rough cut as well. Since I did not harvest a lot of ramps, I will use a clove of garlic and some onion to beef up the recipe. I have a half an onion here, however I only used about half of that, so about 1/4 of a full onion. Once your pasta is almost done, take about a cup of water out of that for later. Heat a pan to medium-high and pour in about a tablespoon of olive oil. Once your pan is hot, you can add your onions. After a minute or so, it's time to add your ramp stems. These are more delicate than the onions. After just a couple of minutes, you may now add your garlic. I went with shrimp for this dish. You can use whatever meat you'd like, but I thought shrimp would be just perfect. Now you can add your ramp leaves. We add them later so they retain some of their texture. Adding some butter and lemon juice is recommended. At this point, your house will smell beautiful. Now we can't forget the garlic mustard. These need to be added a minute or 2 before you finish cooking. We don't want them to entirely break down, just like the ramp leaves. Last thing to do is deglaze your pan with white wine and add some salt and pepper to taste. It's at this point you can add your pasta water to thicken up the liquid and make more of a sauce. Add in your cold pasta noodles, give it a shake, and you are good to go. Both plants give this dish beautiful aromatics and the green shines through perfectly. Looks like what you'd get at a restaurant. Hey everyone, just made my pasta here. Now we're gonna try it out. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can add different herbs, different spices, whatever you want. You can use different meat. I do know that bacon or pork belly works really well with this. Let's try a shrimp first. Not bad at all. I'll be honest with you, this is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. No, this is really good. The ramps and the garlic mustard are very mild. Comparing this to using just regular onions and garlic, it's like dial it back 75 to 50% flavor, and that's what you get. It's very mild, but it's nice. So when you add that little bit of lemon juice, it just kind of, it hits different. The other way you could do this is you could make a pesto out of the ramps. With a pesto, you can use that as a base for anything. So you can use that as a base for pasta, for a flatbread, for anything like that. No complaints, and out of all the wild edible herbs I've had so far, these are probably my favorite. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.